Roman numeral 2, Russian Active Measures social media campaign. The first form of Russian election interference came principally from the Internet Research Agency LLC, also known as IRA, a Russian organization funded by Yevgeny Viktorovich Prigozhin and companies he controlled, including Concord Management and Consulting LLC and Concord Catering, collectively called Concord. The IRA conducted social media operations targeted at large U.S. audiences with the goal of sowing discord in the U.S. political system. These operations constituted active measures, a term that typically refers to operations conducted by Russian security services aimed at influencing the course of international affairs. The IRA and its employees began operations targeting the United States as early as 2014. Using fictitious personas, IRA employees operated social media accounts and group pages designed to attract U.S. audiences. These groups and accounts, which addressed divisive U.S. political and social issues, falsely claimed to be controlled by U.S. activists. Over time, these social media accounts became a means to reach large U.S. audiences. IRA employees traveled to the United States in mid-2014 on an intelligence-gathering mission to obtain information and photographs for use in their social media posts. IRA employees posted derogatory information about a number of candidates in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. By early to mid-2016, IRA operations included supporting the Trump campaign and disparaging candidate Hillary Clinton. The IRA made various expenditures to carry out these activities, including buying political advertisements on U.S. social media in the names of U.S. persons and entities. Some IRA employees, posing as U.S. persons and without revealing their Russian association, communicated electronically with individuals associated with the Trump campaign and with other political activists to seek to coordinate political activities, including the staging of political rallies. The investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons knowingly or intentionally coordinated with the IRA's interference operation. Footnote: the office is aware of reports that other Russian entities engaged in similar active measures operations targeting the United States. Some evidence collected by the office corroborates those reports, and the office has shared that evidence with other offices in the Department of Justice and FBI. Footnote: the FBI case number cited here and other FBI case numbers identified in the report should be treated as law enforcement sensitive given the content. Footnote: as discussed in Part 5 below, the active measures investigation has resulted in criminal charges against 13 individual Russian nationals and 3 Russian entities, principally for conspiracy to defraud the United States in violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 371. By the end of 2016 U.S. election, the IRA had the ability to reach millions of U.S. persons through their social media accounts. Multiple IRA-controlled Facebook groups and Instagram accounts had hundreds of thousands of U.S. participants. IRA-controlled Twitter accounts separately had tens of thousands of followers, including multiple U.S. political figures who retweeted IRA-created content. In November 2017, a Facebook representative testified that Facebook had identified 470 IRA-controlled Facebook accounts that collectively made 80,000 posts between January 2015 and August 2017. Facebook estimated the IRA reached as many as 126 million persons through its Facebook accounts. In January 2018, Twitter announced that it had identified 3,814 IRA-controlled Twitter accounts and notified approximately 1.4 million people Twitter believed may have been in contact with an IRA-controlled account. Structure of the Internet Research Agency. Redacted. The organization quickly grew. Redacted. The growth of the organization also led to a more detailed organizational structure. Footnote. Social media influence in the 2016 U.S. election hearing before the Select Senate Committee on Intelligence. Testimony of Colin Stretch, General Counsel of Facebook. Quote, "We estimate that roughly 29 million people were served content in their news feeds directly from the IRA's 80,000 posts over the 2 years. Posts from these pages were also shared, liked, and followed by people on Facebook, and as a result, 3 times more people may have been exposed to a story that originated from the Russian operation. Our best estimate is that approximately 126 million people may have been served content from a page associated with the IRA at some point during the 2-year period," end quote. The Facebook representative also testified that Facebook had identified 170 Instagram accounts that posted approximately 120,000 pieces of content during that time. Facebook did not offer an estimate of the audience reached via Instagram. Redacted. 2 individuals headed the IRA's management: its general director, Mikhail Bistroff, and its executive director, Mikhail Burchik. Redacted. As early as the spring of 2014, the IRA began to hide its funding and activities. Redacted. The IRA's U.S. operations are part of a larger set of interlocking operations known as, quote, Project Lacta, unquote. B. Funding and oversight from Concord and Prigozhin. Until at least February 2018, Yevgeny Viktorovich Prigozhin and 2 Concord companies funded the IRA. Prigozhin is a wealthy Russian businessman who served as head of Concord. Redacted. Prigozhin was sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department in December 2016. Redacted. Numerous media sources have reported on Prigozhin's ties to Putin, and the two have appeared together in public photographs. Redacted. 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 Footnote. The term troll refers to Internet users, in this context, paid operatives, who post inflammatory or otherwise disruptive content on social media or other websites. IRA employees were aware that Prigozhin was involved in the IRA's U.S. operations. Redacted. In May 2016, IRA employees claiming to be U.S. social activists and administrators of Facebook groups recruited U.S. persons to hold signs, including one in front of the White House, that read, quote, "Happy 55th birthday, dear boss," unquote, as an homage to Prigozhin, whose 55th birthday was on June 1st, 2016. Redacted. Redacted. C. The IRA targets U.S. elections. 1. The IRA ramps up U.S. operations as early as 2014. The IRA's U.S. operations sought to influence public opinion through online media and forums. By the spring of 2014, the IRA began to consolidate U.S. operations within a single general department, known internally as the Translator Department. IRA subdivided the Translator Department into different responsibilities, ranging from operations on different social media platforms to analytics, graphics, and IT. Redacted. 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 Redacted, 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 redacted. IRA employees also traveled to the United States on intelligence gathering missions. In June 2014, 4 IRA employees applied to the U.S. Department of State to enter the United States while lying about the purpose of their trip and claiming to be 4 friends who had met at a party. Ultimately, 2 IRA employees, Anna Bogacheva and Alexandra Krylova, received visas and entered the United States on June 4, 2014. Prior to traveling, Krylova and Bogacheva compiled itineraries and instructions for the trip. Redacted. 2. U.S. operations through IRA-controlled social media accounts. Dozens of IRA employees were responsible for operating accounts and personas on different U.S. social media platforms. The IRA referred to employees assigned to operate the social media accounts as, quote, specialists, unquote. Starting as early as 2014, the IRA's U.S. operations included social media specialists focusing on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The IRA later added specialists who operated on Tumblr and Instagram accounts. Initially, the IRA created social media accounts that pretended to be the personal accounts of U.S. persons. By early 2015, the IRA began to create larger social media groups or public social media pages that claimed, falsely, to be affiliated with U.S. political and grassroots organizations. In certain cases, the IRA created accounts that mimicked real U.S. organizations. For example, one IRA-controlled Twitter account at 10_GOP purported to be connected to the Tennessee Republican Party. More commonly, the IRA created accounts in the names of fictitious U.S. organizations and grassroots groups and used these accounts to pose as anti-immigration groups, Tea Party activists, Black Lives Matter protesters, and other U.S. social and political activists. The IRA closely monitored the activity of its social media accounts. Redacted. Footnote. The account claimed to be the, quote, unofficial Twitter of Tennessee Republicans, unquote, and made posts that appeared to be endorsements of the state political party. Redacted. By January 2016, internal IRA documents referred to support for the Trump campaign and opposition to candidate Clinton. For example, directions to IRA operators, redacted. Main idea: use any opportunity to criticize Hillary Clinton and the rest, except Sanders and Trump. We support them. Footnote. The IRA posted content about the Clinton candidacy before Clinton officially announced her presidential campaign. IRA-controlled social media accounts criticized Clinton's record as Secretary of State and promoted various critiques of her candidacy. The IRA also used other techniques. Redacted. The focus on the U.S. presidential campaign continued throughout 2016. In redacted 2016, internal redacted, reviewing the IRA-controlled Facebook group Secured Borders, the author criticized the, quote, lower number of posts dedicated to criticizing Hillary Clinton, unquote, and reminded the Facebook specialist, quote, it is imperative to intensify criticizing Hillary Clinton, unquote. IRA's employees also acknowledged that their work focused on influencing the U.S. presidential election. Redacted. 3. U.S. operations through Facebook. Many IRA operations used Facebook's accounts created and operated by its specialists. Redacted. IRA Facebook groups active during the 2016 campaign covered a range of political issues and included purported conservative groups with names such as Being Patriotic, Stop All Immigrants, Secured Borders, and Tea Party News. Purported black social justice groups such as Black Matters, Blacktivist, and Don't Shoot Us, LGBTQ groups, such as LGBT United, and religious groups, such as United Muslims of America. Throughout 2016, IRA accounts published an increasing number of materials supporting the Trump campaign and opposing the Clinton campaign. For example, on May 31st, 2016, the operational account Matt Skyber began to privately message dozens of pro-Trump Facebook groups asking them to help plan a, quote, pro-Trump rally near Trump Tower, unquote. To reach larger U.S. audiences, the IRA purchased advertisements from Facebook that promoted the IRA groups on the news feeds of U.S. audience members. According to Facebook, the IRA purchased over 3,500 advertisements, and the expenditures totaled approximately $100,000. During the U.S. presidential campaign, many IRA purchased advertisements explicitly supported or opposed a presidential candidate or promoted U.S. rallies organized by the IRA, discussed below. As early as March 2016, the IRA purchased advertisements that overtly opposed the Clinton campaign. For example, on March 18, 2016, the IRA purchased an advertisement depicting candidate Clinton and a caption that read in part, quote, "If one day God lets this liar enter the White House as a president, that day would be a real national tragedy," unquote. Similarly, on April 6, 2016, the IRA purchased advertisements for its account Black Matters, calling for a flash mob of U.S. persons to, quote, "take a photo with hashtag Hillary Clinton for Prison 2016 or hashtag No Hillary 2016, unquote. IRA purchased advertisements featuring Clinton were, with very few exceptions, negative. IRA purchased advertisements referencing candidate Trump largely supported his campaign. The first known IRA advertisement explicitly endorsing the Trump campaign was purchased on April 19, 2016. The IRA bought an advertisement for its Instagram account, Tea Party News, asking U.S. persons to help them, quote, "make a patriotic team of young Trump supporters," unquote, by uploading photos with the hashtag Kids for Trump. In subsequent months, the IRA purchased dozens of advertisements supporting the Trump campaign, predominantly through the Facebook groups Being Patriotic, Stop All Invaders, and Secured Borders. Collectively, the IRA's social media accounts reached tens of millions of U.S. persons. Individual IRA social media accounts attracted hundreds of thousands of followers. For example, at that time, they were deactivated by Facebook in mid-2017. The IRA's United Muslims of America Facebook group had over 300,000 followers. The Don't Shoot Us Facebook group had over 250,000 followers. The Being Patriotic Facebook group had over 200,000 followers. And the Secured Borders Facebook group had over 130,000 followers. According to Facebook, in total, the IRA-controlled accounts made over 80,000 posts before their deactivation in August 2017, and these posts reached at least 229 million U.S. persons and may have reached an additional 126 million people. 4. U.S. operations through Twitter. A number of IRA employees assigned to the translator department served as Twitter specialists. Redacted. The IRA's Twitter operations involved two strategies. First, IRA specialists operated certain Twitter accounts to create individual U.S. personas. Redacted. Separately, the IRA operated a network of automated Twitter accounts, commonly referred to as a bot network, that enabled the IRA to amplify existing content on Twitter. Individualized accounts. Redacted. The IRA operated individualized Twitter accounts similar to the operation of its Facebook accounts, by continuously posting original content to the accounts while also communicating with U.S. Twitter users directly through public tweeting or Twitter's private messaging. The IRA used many of these accounts to attempt to influence U.S. audiences on the election. Individualized accounts used to influence the U.S. presidential election included at TEN_GOP, described above, at Jenn_Abrams, claiming to be a Virginian Trump supporter with 70,000 followers, at Pamela_Moore 13, claiming to be a Texan Trump supporter with 70,000 followers, and at America_1ST_, an anti-immigration persona with 24,000 followers. In May 2016, the IRA created the Twitter account at March_for_Trump, which promoted IRA organization rallies in support of the Trump campaign, described below. Redacted. Footnote. For example, one IRA account tweeted, "To those people who hate the Confederate flag, did you know that the flag and the war wasn't about slavery, it was all about money?" The tweet received over 40,000 responses. Using these accounts and others, the IRA provoked reactions from users and the media. Multiple IRA posted tweets gained popularity. U.S. media outlets also quoted tweets from IRA-controlled accounts and attributed them to the reactions of real U.S. persons. Similarly, numerous high-profile U.S. persons, including former Ambassador Michael McFaul, Roger Stone, Sean Hannity, and Michael Flynn Jr., retweeted or responded to tweets posted to these IRA-controlled accounts. Multiple individuals affiliated with the Trump campaign also promoted IRA tweets, discussed below. B. IRA botnet activities. Redacted. Footnote. A botnet refers to a network of private computers or accounts controlled as a group to send specific automated messages. On the Twitter network, botnets can be used to promote and republish or retweet specific tweets or hashtags in order for them to gain larger audiences. In January 2018, Twitter publicly identified 3,814 Twitter accounts associated with the IRA. According to Twitter, in the 10 weeks before the 2016 U.S. presidential election, these accounts posted approximately 175,993 tweets, approximately 8.4% of which were election-related. Twitter also announced that it had notified approximately 1.4 million people who Twitter believed may have been in contact with IRA-controlled account. 5. U.S. operations involving political rallies. The IRA organized and promoted political rallies inside the United States while posing as U.S. grassroots activists. First, the IRA used one of its pre-existing social media personas, Facebook groups and Twitter accounts, for example, to announce and promote the event. The IRA then sent a large number of direct messages to followers of its social media account asking them to attend the event. From those who responded with interest in attending, the IRA then sought a U.S. person to serve as the event's coordinator. In most cases, the IRA account operator would tell the U.S. person that they personally could not attend the event due to some pre-existing conflict or because they were somewhere else in the United States. The IRA then further promoted the event by contacting U.S. media about the event and directing them to speak with the coordinator. After the event, the IRA posted videos and photographs of the event to the IRA's social media accounts. The office identified dozens of U.S. rallies organized by the IRA. The earliest evidence of a rally was a, quote, Confederate rally, unquote, in November 2015. The IRA continued to organize rallies even after the 2016 U.S. presidential election. The attendance at rallies varied. Some rallies appear to have drawn few, if any, participants, while others drew hundreds. The reach and success of these rallies was closely monitored. Redacted. Footnote. At March_4_Trump 6/25/16 tweet. Redacted. From June 2016 until the end of the presidential campaign, almost all of the U.S. rallies organized by the IRA focused on the U.S. election, often promoting the Trump campaign and opposing the Clinton campaign. Pro-Trump rallies included 3 in New York, a series of pro-Trump rallies in Florida in August 2016, and a series of pro-Trump rallies in October 2016 in Pennsylvania. The Florida rallies drew the attention of the Trump campaign, which posted about the Miami rally on candidate Trump's Facebook account, as discussed below. Many of the same IRA employees who oversaw the IRA's social media accounts also conducted the day-to-day recruiting for political rallies inside the United States. Redacted. 6. Targeting and recruitment of U.S. persons. As early as 2014, the IRA instructed its employees to target U.S. persons who could be used to advance its operational goals. Initially, recruitment focused on U.S. persons who could amplify the content posted by the IRA. Redacted. IRA employees frequently used, redacted, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to contact and recruit U.S. persons who followed the group. The IRA recruited U.S. persons from across the political spectrum. For example, the IRA targeted the family of redacted and a number of black social justice activists while posing as a grassroots group called Black Matters U.S. Footnote. The pro-Trump rallies were organized through multiple Facebook, Twitter, and email accounts. See Facebook ID Matt Skyber, Being Patriotic, Twitter account at March4Trump, beingpatriotic@gmail.com. Rallies were organized in New York on June 25th, 2016, Florida on August 20th, 2016, and Pennsylvania on October 2nd, 2016. In February 2017, the persona Black Fist, purporting to want to teach African Americans to protect themselves when contacted by law enforcement, hired a self-defense instructor in New York to offer classes sponsored by Black Fist. The IRA also recruited moderators of conservative social media groups to promote IRA-generated content, as well as recruited individuals to perform political acts, such as walking around New York City dressed up as Santa Claus with a Trump mask. Redacted. As the IRA's online audience became larger, the IRA tracked U.S. persons with whom they communicated and had successfully tasked, with tasks ranging from organizing rallies to taking pictures with certain political messages. Redacted. 7. Interactions and contacts with the Trump campaign. The investigation identified 2 different forms of connections between the IRA and members of the Trump campaign. The investigation identified no similar connections between the IRA and the Clinton campaign. First, on multiple occasions, members and surrogates of the Trump campaign promoted, typically by linking, retweeting, or similar methods of reposting, pro-Trump or anti-Clinton content published by the IRA through IRA-controlled social media accounts. Additionally, in a few instances, IRA employees represented themselves as U.S. persons to communicate with members of the Trump campaign in an effort to seek assistance and coordination on IRA-organized political rallies inside the United States. A. Trump campaign promotion of IRA political materials. Among the U.S. leaders of a public opinion targeted by the IRA were various members and surrogates of the Trump campaign. In total, Trump campaign affiliates promoted dozens of tweets, posts, and other political content created by the IRA. Posts from the IRA-controlled Twitter account at 10_GOP were cited or retweeted by multiple Trump campaign officials and surrogates, including Donald J. Trump Jr., Eric Trump, Kellyanne Conway, Brad Parscale, and Michael T. Flynn. These posts included allegations of voter fraud, as well as allegations that Secretary Clinton had mishandled classified information. A November 7, 2016 post from the IRA-controlled Twitter account at Pamela_Moore13 was retweeted by Donald Trump Jr. On September 19, 2017, President Trump's personal account at Real Donald Trump responded to a tweet from the IRA-controlled account at number 10_GOP, the backup account of at 10_GOP, which had already been deactivated by Twitter. The tweet read, "We love you, Mr. President." IRA employees monitor the reaction of the Trump campaign and later Trump administration officials to their tweets. For example, on August 23, 2016, the IRA-controlled persona Matt Skyber Facebook account sent a message to the U.S. Tea Party activist writing that, quote, "Mr. Trump posted about our event in Miami. This is great." The IRA employee included a screenshot of candidate Trump's Facebook account, which included a post about the August 20, 2016 political rallies organized by the IRA. Redacted. B. Contact with Trump campaign officials in connection to rallies. Starting in June 2016, the IRA contacted different U.S. persons affiliated with the Trump campaign in an effort to coordinate pro-Trump IRA organized rallies inside the United States. In all cases, the IRA contacted the campaign while claiming to be U.S. political activists working on behalf of a conservative grassroots organization. The IRA's contacts included requests for signs and other materials to use at rallies, as well as requests to promote the rallies and help coordinate logistics. While certain campaign volunteers agreed to provide the requested support, for example, agreeing to set aside a number of signs, the investigation has not identified evidence that any Trump campaign official understood the requests were coming from foreign nationals. In sum, the investigation established that Russia interfered in the 2016 presidential election through active measures social media campaign carried out by the IRA, an organization funded by Prigozhin and companies that he controlled. As explained further in Volume 1, Section VA, the office concluded, and the grand jury has alleged, that Prigozhin, his companies, and IRA employees violated U.S. law through these operations, principally by undermining through deceptive acts the work of federal agents charged with regulating foreign influence in U.S. elections.